Hello, hello. Nice. Story. Use this mode if you enjoy story more than combat. In story mode, enemies have less health and do less damage. Normal. This is the recommended mode for your first play session. In normal mode, enemies have standard. Okay. Conversation subtitle on. Show cinematic. Put it on. Nice. Let's do it. Hope everyone's well.
Why stay earthbound when prosperity awaits you in the stars? Come to Halcyon, the only colony on the edge of the frontier, owned and operated by corporations. A trip of 10 short years will feel like mere minutes, thanks to the comfort and safety of your very own hibernation chamber. You'll wake up in a perfect society designed to maximize your productivity with guaranteed full employment. With only a minor term of service, you will become the master of your own destiny when you go out of this world to the Halcyon colony.
Hundreds of thousands of colonists left to drift out here forever, just to keep from damaging the board's bottom line. Disgraceful.
Excuse me. So we've got attributes, skills, aptitude, appearance, name, summary. Okay. So strength affects melee weapon damage and the amount you can carry. Dexterity affects melee attack speed and ranged weapon reload speed. So that's one-handed melee to heavy weapons, sneak, lockpick. Yeah, that could be useful, so put that to good. And then intelligence. Intelligence affects critical hit bonus damage. Long guns, persuade, hack, medical science, determination. Okay, that's pretty much the same as... I'm not really into headshots, so that's alright. Charm effects, that's good, and temperament. Okay, I think that's it. So next, skills. Melee skills improve critical hit chance with handheld weapons. Each point in melee significantly increases one-handed melee and two-handed melee skills up to 50 points each. After 50 you can specialise by adding points directly to one-handed melee and two-handed melee. Excuse me for a sec. My phone goes down in battery so much. Um, I have 2 available points, so melee, ranged.
You could have been a goalie for a tossball team.
So ranged handguns. Melee weapon skill, the one-handed melee, nah. Dialogue skills improve your ability to work with NPCs.
You could make a vicar doubt the law.
Defense and dialogue, first of all, I believe is the best option. Aptitude, no discernible aptitude. Colonists. That sounded like a nice entry-level career for a person of your skills. Expanding humanity's reach by civilizing the cosmic frontier was ambitious enough without worrying about your day job. You had the rest of your life to decide how to be useful in Halcyon. The Halcyon colony needs good people, but it will settle for ones who can mix a memorable drink. As a human cocktail shaker, you've made concoctions that could end wars or fuel skip drives. You're still trying to balance out the flavours of a truly signature old-fashioned, though. Bureaucrat. The universe operates on laws, and laws require paperwork. Halcyon is no exception. If something isn't stamped, filled, unfilled, a reference eradicated, certified, indexed, and numbered, then it might as well not exist. Birth certificates included. No transaction is finished without a smile. You live for the chunk of a bit of cartridge getting inserted right side up, the redemption of loyalty points, and the promise of a good day. Come back real soon. Bye-bye now are more than empty words. They're a promise and a standard you intend on carrying to the frontier. Contrary to popular belief, cable management is an art form. Something about hiding electrical wiring behind panels to maximize airflow just makes you sigh with relief. Colonists don't need to worry about the bypasses and workarounds that keep the power flowing. That's your burden to shoulder. Some of these are just really obscure and abstract. A proper lift goes up and down. Anyone who thinks otherwise isn't fit to wear the badge. Being a specialist means something where you come from. A commitment to upward and downward mobility that doesn't have a price tag. Come on, phone. Factory worker, conveyor operator. Safety and efficiency don't always go hand in hand. Man, this is heavy. Which is why so many of your co-workers at the factory were amputees. You survived the trenches of the assembly line long enough to know when a hydraulic press just wants to pancake some fingers. Thankfully, you managed to keep all of yours. You got into this business for the tubers, but you stayed for the ploughing, planting, pruning and plucking. It isn't honest work if you come home clean. Worms need dirt, and food needs worms. You're just doing your part for the worms. Sometimes quality control means sampling a delicious Borst smoothie, but most of the time it means swallowing toxins until you find one that stays down. You love a good surprise. Now that your stomach lining has the consistency of a broken-in saddle, it's easy to explore your culinary limits. You spend your evenings kneeling over ominous stains with a bottle of caustic solvent and an absorbent rag. How the blood got there is irrelevant, above your pay grade and beneath your interests. You're an artist, of erasure. When you're on the job, there's no trace to be found. There isn't a problem in all the cosmos that Team Spirit and a big stick couldn't solve together. Your last major head injury in the field knocked some extra cheer into you, and you've been a rising star in Tossball's competitive mascot food chain ever since. It doesn't matter that no one knows your face under the mask, you share glory with the team. Prior to leaving Earth, you entered the trust of the medical community's most esteemed junior surgeons, who entrusted you with stuffing cotton balls into pill bottles. Experience on the job made you realize that diagnosing illness doesn't take a formal education when a search terminal and a little imagination will do the trick. In your line of work, the corporation's bottom line needs more protection than its personnel. Guardrails aren't free, thermal shielding needs replacing, and a hatch that seals reliably is a luxury. You're on the vanguard of ensuring that every possible expense is spared, since corners don't cut themselves yet. You prefer to think of workplace accidents as happy little coincidences. You've cleaned out enough test tubes to develop a keen instinct for what goes in them and why. Maybe you didn't get into this business to mop up the leavings of failed experiments, but that's just part of the job. Even if you can't unsee what happens in the lab, you can at least learn from the mistakes and enjoy some colourful nightmares. Whew, this is more talking than I'm used to. The hierarchy of a modern kitchen is a ladder of many rungs. Your role as assistant to the secondary deputy chef's aide is one of middling distinction, but you are honoured to pour your heart into the ritual, emptying of grease pans and the back-breaking labour of gravy restoration. You're holding out for the advancement to poultry inspection, which is due any year now. I think we'll go for this one, for persuade.
At least you know the value of money.
Appearance, gender, female, face. Quite like that one. Skin tone. Eye colour. Like that. Brow. Don't really know what that does. I like big eyes. In fact, I'm going to change the eye colour. Any dark ones? There we go. Cool. Huh? I like that one. Was there a hint of blue in that one? And that's awesome. Features. No. No. That's pretty cool. Next. So good, average, good, high. Hey, it's good enough for me. Start the game with this character, yeah.
Looks to be your lucky day, my friend. Not likely, bootlickers.
Oof.
Initiate skip jump.
Phineas Wells.
Status. Structural integrity down 25%. Power levels down 10%. Stick drive.
Shit.
Indeed.
Ah, there you are. Wondering what's going on, eh? Bit of bad news there, I'm afraid. Your colony ship was inexplicably knocked out of skip space and forced to complete its journey at sublight speeds. This means that you and every other colonist on the Hope have been in suspended animation for 70 years, give or take. Normally, reviving someone after so long leads to some quite horrifying results. It's called explosive cell death, but it's really more of a liquefaction. Something wrong? Oh, yes, well, not to worry. I've pumped your body full of a special concoction I devised to keep you from dying so horrifically. Hopefully at all, but I guess we'll see, yes? Unfortunately, I used the last of my chemical supplies for you.
Excuse me.
I know it's a lot to ask, but I must have your help securing more if we're to save the rest of your fellow colonists. I'd see it done myself, of course, but the board has a sizable bounty on my head. Now, my ship is inoperative, but I've managed to hire a smuggler to help you out. He'll be... Oh, I see we're in position. Good luck!
Why would I want to skip that? Remember the hope. Chairman Rockwell raises a glass to our lost brothers and sisters. Terraforming is still a young science... Oh. Weird. The Halcyon Observer.
Can you hear me? Is this thing working? Ah, there you are. Now, where were we? Oh, yes, the smuggler. His name is Hawthorne, and he should be waiting for you at the landing site. He's to be your chauffeur, so to speak. Not to worry, I'm told he's a specialist. Dashing gunslinger, one-of-a-kind ship, that sort of thing. You'll like him, I'm sure. I've also outfitted you with a simple wireless monitor, so I can track your progress. I'll check in with you as soon as you land. Good luck. All the colonists are counting on you.
This is still a cutscene, I'm not controlling this. Ooh, wow.
Ah, you've landed. Good. Hawthorne should be close by. What in law's name? Is that him? Oh, that idiot. I told him to plant the beacon and move away, not stand there holding it. Oh well, no sense in letting his ship go to waste. Hawthorne won't mind you taking his ship. Better you than the board, huh? Not sure I trusted the fellow. Might have gone after the bounty on my head.
Okay.
Shame about the whole squashing thing. Nasty way to go.
That was the pod I was in. Something about a captain being squashed. X's jump. Oh, I can jump quite high. L1. Oh, no I didn't. Have I? That seemed to be health, which I've just ruined. Wasted even. So I can't seem to arm myself at the moment. Use to go underneath obstacles and to sneak. Circle. Okay. Perhaps I should save for now. Resume. Sorry for the blue screen. Interesting. That's cool. It's quite surreal, quite Salvador Dali painting. Keep going for triangle to jump because I think that's what it is on Fallout. While sneaking, use tall grass or rocks, either to cover to hide from enemies. Okay. The awareness meters of enemies' heads tell you if they're unaware, suspicious, investigating, or alerted. Okay. Right. Okay, they both seem right so far. Into another cave, like we were with John Marston earlier. Strange glitch.
Easy now. You've been frozen for a while. There's bound to be unforeseen side effects.
What was that? This looks pretty cool. Lots of critters everywhere. We jump down again. Ooh. That seemed pretty unavoidable. What have I got myself into with this game? It's a thruster. The ship. Like the exhaust, even.
Hey, you, come here.
I don't need to be sneaking anymore, do I? All sorts of debris. Looks like he's managed to salvage some of it and set up a temporary base.
You've tried the best now. Now try the rest. Spacer's choice. Oh, wow, that stings.
What happened to you?
We were out on patrol. I saw a marauder camp up in the hills. Thought I could take him. Then my gun misfired. Right through my side. I mean, what are the odds of that, right? Just barely scraped by with my life. Crawled in here and blocked off the exit with those canisters.
Right, well, thanks, man. How's it going? Good to see you. I may as well patch him up.
Looks like the bleeding stopped. I owe you one. Hope you don't mind me omitting this little exchange.
I don't know
from
what's
my
going
report.
on yet.
Spacer's Choice doesn't like us accepting outside help.
What were you doing out here?
Investigating an illegally grounded ship. All spacecraft must arrive and depart from authorized landing pads. That's board law, that is. Some hull had grounded their spacecraft out in the open. That's a real good way to attract marauders. See those canisters by the entrance? Marauders come sniffing around in here, and I can take them all out with a single shot. Not bad, huh?
Going well? Having a nice lazy Sunday? How are you? Cool, man. Same, pretty much. Just been chatting to people online and watching streams and stuff. Went for a walk earlier. No, just been chilling. Yeah, man. Before working from home starts again tomorrow. Hope your day's been going well. Sounds like it. Hope work went okay as well. See these canisters by the entrance? Marauders came sniffing around there. I can take. Persuade.
Yeah, okay. You look like you know your way around a gun. Got some spare ammo, not counting the bullet in my side. Here, you can have my saber too, for patching me up and all. All Spacer's Choice weapons are now 30% less likely to malfunction. You've tried the best, now try the rest. Spacer's Choice.
I'm getting my days confused, sorry. I thought you were at work yesterday. It must have been the... Oh no. Yeah, there was the day before. Yeah, you're right, sorry. My bad. Here we go. Can you tell me where I am?
You hit your head or something? You're in Emerald Vale. We're a Spacer's Choice community. Edgewater's a little ways down. Prettiest place in the Vale. Be sure to stop by a provisioner's for a can of our famous salt tuna.
Do you know anything about the Hope?
Is that some sort of fancy new drug? Are you with Auntie Cleo or something? Don't take this the wrong way or nothing, but I'm not allowed to fraternize with Cleo workers. Company policy.
Don't take the wrong... Okay, sorry. I'm off. Okay.
Damn it, my ears! Oh, what had just happened?
So square is reload.
What in the hell? This...
Wasn't expecting them to explode like that. So circle is crouch. Hello? Oh, frightened, are you? What? Hibernation complications detected. Tactical time dilation. Due to complications stemming from being revived after an extended hibernation, your brain processes time differently. Pressing the tactical time dilation button slows down the world, giving you time to think, oh, so this is that. Okay. I'm like Deadeye. giving you time to think as well as take action. You have a limited time in this mode. Standing still drains your TTD meter very slowly, while moving and attacks drain it faster. The TTD meter refreshes slowly over time. Hold X to continue. Okay. Yeah, it's Deadeye. Some objects explode when hit. Shoot them when enemies are nearby for an explosive surprise. Okay, I did everything the tutorial just said. Perfect. Another one. Your hacking and lockpick skills help you get into places you're not meant to be. Mag picks are used to break open locks, and bypass shunts are used to break computer encryptions. If your skill is high enough to break the security, you will see how many mag picks or shunts you need and how long it will take. Raising your skill will lower the... Oh man, this is like playing Neo. Just loads of different stuff all at once. Mag pick. I also need 2 and... Right, okay, I don't have enough. This is 2 more. Tarmac and cheese, nice. Fish sticks. What does sleep do? Okay. Resting in a bed is relaxing and moves time forward. In supernova difficulty, you can only rest in your bed on your ship. Alright, okay. So supernova's like hardcore. Take me back to daytime. Oh, I knew this would take me... Okay, cool. Can I loot? Yep. Save it. Sorry for the blue screen. Do you have any plans for the rest of the day? The hell? Stand up. Reload. Stand up again. Oh, this control's gonna take me a while to get used to. Where is he? There he is. Damn. I'm sure that'll change soon. I'm sure. Oh, I'm sure you'll find something to do.
Get away!
Oh. Damn, my health's almost gone. Ugh. I'm not very good at that at all. Ooh. There's my ship. Nice. Can I collect anything from them?
Hey! Get over here before you get yourself killed!
My HP goes down quite quickly. Save it again. Oh, this game needs quick save. Sorry again for the blue screen. Damn, I thought they were... How do I run? Oh, circle, okay. No, L3, I mean. Damn it! That's like 3 headshots. Damn it. First person. Combat is not my forte. My reaction times are terrible. Very pretty though. Oh, that's cool. This is what No Man's Sky should have been like. Instead of just being somebody on a ship who has to spend the entire game looking for parts to make the ship bigger and go faster, which is all it was.
Please be informed that this vessel contains no valuable plunder.
Hehe. Nice.
Smile for my surveillance device, Marauder. I am tracking your every move. Please be advised that
Vocational-
using the respecification machine will not
Vocational
make you a better
competence
person.
respectification machine. Exactly, because they didn't... It was literally just a ship
Marauder,
maintenance thing.
Please be informed that the engine room contains nothing of value.
That's cool. I like the red. Yeah, but the whole thing was just about getting a faster ship to get to the center of the galaxy quicker. That's all the game was.
Intruders are not authorized to access the Unreliable's amenities, including the cargo hold's workbench.
And is it better now?
Unauthorized access of spacefaring vessels. Please be informed that I am authorized to use violent retribution against unwanted solicitors. Please return the misappropriated
Thought that.
equipment and exit this vessel in an orderly fashion. Failure to do so will result in your immediate destruction.
I'm not here to misappropriate anything.
I detect an elevated heart rate, indicating dishonesty. Please prepare yourself for lethal deterrence. Gesture procedures initiated.
What the hell?
Disengaging airlocks. Prepare to eject all boarding parties in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
You realize we're on the ground,
You are
right?
still here. My deception protocols have failed. I have been programmed to express disappointment.
Okay. I need to get... Is this Hawthorne's
This
ship?
vessel is the registered property of Captain Alex Hawthorne. I am incapable of accepting orders from anyone other than Captain Alex Hawthorne.
Hawthorne was supposed to meet me when I landed.
I deduce from the tone of your voice that Captain Hawthorne failed to meet you at the designated location.
Hawthorne's dead, I'm sorry.
I understand. I will require some time to process.
I don't know
this
what's going on
information.
yet.
Thank you for your patience and for your honesty. I am programmed to take
I'm sure
orders
it'll all happen
exclusively
soon.
from Captain Hawthorne. If I accept your orders, then you must be Captain Hawthorne. Do you understand?
I get it. You need me to be Captain Hawthorne or you can't fly.
Well
Okay.
done, Captain Hawthorne. I see your powers of deductive reasoning remain intact.
Okay, that's the Bethesda thing that I know.
Our main drive suffered a critical power failure, and we were forced to make an emergency landing. The main drive's power regulator has been irreparably damaged and must be replaced.
Okay. I like that music, that's cool. Oh, that's nice music. Is there any more? I don't think so. Where am I supposed to find something like that?
The settlement of Edgewater is located nearby. I recommend speaking to the administrator of Edgewater and requesting assistance. I have taken the liberty of printing you a new Captain's Identity cartridge. Please try not to lose it this time. This cartridge identifies you, Alex Hawthorne, as the registered proprietor and captain of the Unreliable. Do you understand?
Yep.
Thank you. I appreciate your cooperation. Best of luck in your search for a power regulator. Try to stay alive this time.
Skill and perk points available. Ah, congratulations, you have gained enough experience to go up a level. Open your character ledger to advance your character. Leveling up increases your health points, gives you points to upgrade your skills, as well as gives you access to a new perk every other level. Keep leveling and you'll be upper management material in no time. Every time you level up, you earn skill points to spend on improving your skills. Spending a skill point on a core skill MK. So that's pretty much just like any other RPG. Defense, dialogue, stealth, leadership, tech, ranged. Dialogue's important, and leadership is as well, because we'll be dealing with lots of NPCs. Oh, apply. Yeah. Okay. I'll think about holding X. You can have up to 4 weapons equipped at a time by navigating to the weapon and selecting the weapon slot. Okay. On this page you can also inspect your weapons, compare them, flag them as junk or break them down for parts. I never really got to grips with that. Playing with the engineering skill can repair weapons on the screen as well. Take care of your weapons and they'll take care of your enemies. Okay. Journal. Welcome to the perks selection. On this screen you can choose which perks to buy with your perk points. You get a new perk point to spend every 2 levels. You can also acquire perk points through the gameplay. Oh man, I haven't talked this much in ages. Such as by accepting a flaw. Acquiring 5 new perks makes a next tier of perks available to you. Man, barely talking during the day. Wow. It's taking it out of me, but my voice already feels hoarse. Toughness. You've grown healthier in your time outside of 50% base health. apply. Journal, Stranger in a Strange Land. Codex. Ah, so this is like the manual, okay.
If your equipment is in need of repair or modification, the Crux 2000 workbench is at your disposal, Captain.
Say, this wouldn't happen to be your ship, would it? Because you sure walked in it like it was your
Who are
ship.
you?
And if this ship is yours, well, ma'am, you owe Spacer's Choice a hefty fine. Afraid we gotta dock your pay.
Do you take down payments in wanton violence? I don't have a job.
I'll waive your fee since you helped us with those marauders.
Oh, cool.
If you're looking
Okay.
for work, talk to the constable down in Edgewater. She's got a bounty on marauders. Edgewater's not too far. Just follow the road east of here, over past the cemetery. Now, if you'll excuse me,
Cemetery
I need to
adjacent,
inspect the
eh?
crime scene before I make my report.
Take care. Don't walk this way. Oh, for crying out loud. Please go in the other direction. Can I stealth kill? Oh damn, I don't know how to. Oh. I disintegrated him. Just leaves you, does it? Damn. I like that planet, that's really cool. Stay down. It's beautiful, those rings. Okay, am I in the clear? Well, there's Edgewater for a start. Look at that volcano. Oh, that's sick. I'm liking the aesthetics a lot. I like the speed of the ship as well. It's like it's on patrol. Don't crash. Oh, that looks so cool. And the ambient sounds as well. That ominous music. Brilliant. Let's watch this one go over the horizon. Down it goes.
Whoa, hey, where'd you come from? Don't go ambling out in those hills.
Oh, those
That's
dark
Marauder
eyes.
territory, friend.
How do you know I'm not a
You talk
marauder?
too pretty for a marauder. Most
Talk
of them
too
just
pretty.
grunt and yell. Ain't safe out here. You'd best head into town. Avail yourself of Edgewater's high walls and low prices.
I never got your name. I'm Autumn.
Pleased to make your acquaintanceship. I'd shake your hand, but I've been hauling corpses. You don't want none of that on you. Name's Silas. Junior in humor for
How do you
the
know what I
town
want or
of
not?
Edgewater. We're all part of the Spacer's Choice family.
Who do I talk to about getting a power regulator?
Definitely not the junior in humor, that's for sure. If you've got business inquiries, you should stop by Reed Thompson's office. He's up in the tower above the cannery. Head into town, follow the road. Look, you obviously ain't a worker. What's your racket? You a smuggler? Freelancer?
Depends on the work. You offer me a
Edgewater
job?
is a company town, board-owned and operated. That includes the cemetery. None of us own our grave sites. We rent them from the company. Renting means money. Money means paperwork. Paperwork means signatures. Some of our families become a mite delinquent in paying their dues, you see.
You want me to collect what's owed to you? I can do that.
4 workers still haven't paid up. Phyllis, Conrad, Ludwig, and Martin Abernathy.
Ludwig, eh?
He's a special case. You may want to twist his arm a little.
Where can I find these people?
Conrad's got a barbershop in town. Phyllis works at the cannery most hours. Abernathy... I ain't seen him in a few days. His domicile is near the cannery. You'll find him in town. All except Ludwig, that is. He's over by the landing pad.
I thought he was in the underground corpse pile. Why is Abernathy a special case?
He just is. Look, I don't want to get into it. Just make sure he pays up.
There was something else I wanted to ask you. This town must be in pretty bad
You could
shape.
look at it that way, I suppose. You could look at us and say, those Edgewater saps lost near every soul to plague. But you'd be wrong. We're survivors. Loyal company folk, brave in the wilds.
You're not worried about falling sick?
Every now and again, a virulent plague sweeps through our town. That's life on the frontier, I suppose. A body grows accustomed.
How long have you been a junior in humour, gravedigger, whatever?
Hang on, I'm doing some math in my head. 20, 30, carry the 1. All my life. Work's been real good to me. Fresh air, exercise. Only problem's the paperwork. Can't get anybody to pay their gravesite fees.
You lose a lot of people to marauders?
Former people, yeah. Marauder's been raiding my graves, you see. Hence the armed guards.
What are they after? Loot?
Oh no. They are after the most precious loot of all. Spacer's Choice Company property. If those marauders swipe any more bodies out of my cemetery, the company's gonna duck my pay.
Thank you for your time. And we save? And there's the graveyard. Cool. I like the day-night cycle already. Hold to transition to Edgewater. Okay. Sorry for the eating sounds, guys. So here it is. I'll put my gun away. The town of Edgewater. Ooh, I'm already finding stuff. Nice. I love that slide guitar music. Very south, very bluesy. Salt Tuna. Emerald Vale of Terror 2.
Hey, you hear about Wilson?
See, this is like a futuristic John Steinbeck Cannery Row. The Pearl. Sweet Tuesday type, Sweet Thursday type thing. I like it. Excuse me. Okay. My ship's going faster this time. Nice.
Sorry, I'll just be a minute.
To the church. It looks like something out of an old observatory. They would have had the telescope. Yep, this is a chapel. Just gonna talk to some people.
Work fortifies the spirit.
Oh no. Vicar Max.
Yes, what is it?
Ooh, hello.
You're an outsider. Fantastic. Vicar Maximilian de Soto at your service. Or Vicar Max if you're the sort who prefers brevity. I so rarely get new people to talk to. Name your poison.
Same
Anything
here.
at all. Spiritual counseling? This season's tossball predictions? The quickest way out of town?
I'm looking for a power regulator.
Mechanical tomfoolery is well out of my purview. I suggest you take such matters to Mr. Thompson in the cannery. Oh, and a word of warning. If you're considering wandering around outside the safety of the town, you'd best be cautious.
And why is that?
Marauders are about. Though if you are planning on venturing outside, I do have a proposition that may interest you. One of the reasons I transferred here was to fulfill my duty in hunting down banned heretical texts. I happen to know such a book is, as we speak, tainting a collector's library in Emerald Vale. However, the collector's residence lies outside the town's walls. My retrieval efforts have been thwarted by marauders who have overrun the property. Should you fare better than me, I'd pay a handsome sum for the book.
Why would a vicar be after a banned heretical book?
I just want to keep the writing out of layman's hands. It wouldn't do for such information to fall into public consumption.
Seems to me the authorities would be interested to hear you're after this contraband text.
On the contrary, my position means that I am one of the few legally allowed to possess such items. But do not worry. You'll be safe since you are acting on my behalf.
You make a compelling argument.
Glad we see eye to eye. It's a handwritten journal. A faded blue cover with the name M. Bakonu handwritten in the lower corner. I'll mark where I saw it on your map. Assuming you're serious?
I'll look for your book.
Thank you. If you retrieve it, you can always find me here.
Strange. Resident.
Hey there, Mary. Don't see you around here too often.
I hear no more. Edgewater.
You think corporate's ever gonna visit?
General style. Resident. Resident. So these guys would just make generic comments. Specimen jars. Julius Moreau.
It's not the best choice, it's Spacer's choice. And before you ask, I'm all out of deluxe salt tuna. All I've got is gourmet.
Have some questions.
Go right ahead.
What's your take on this place?
What, you mean Edgewater? That's a peculiar question. This a test? Am I being tested right now? It's, fine and dandy. Couldn't be happier. Wouldn't want to spend my life working anywhere else. Prettiest little town on Terra 2.
I'm glad you're so optimistic.
I have every reason to be. I caught a real break working in a place like this. I don't get paid for banter. Was there something you needed?
Oh, man. There was a time when I left school when I started working in Woolworths, and one of my old friends from school, I don't know him anymore, came in and from his break from college and started talking to me. And as I was talking to him, the queue got longer, and eventually I just had to say, look, you know, you need to leave, I can't talk now. And I dealt with the customers, and that was all fine. And then later on during the day, my manager came up to me and goes, you're not getting paid to talk to your mates, next time kindly tell them to piss off. That just reminded me of that. Actually, there was.
Go right ahead.
So about this plague that's supposed to be going around.
Plague? I don't know anything about a plague. We are the very picture of hot-blooded physical vigor.
Is there a reason you feel like you have to hide what's going on?
You have got the wrong idea about me.
Uh-oh.
I've got nothing that needs hiding. Some of us who get sick are liable to exaggerate the conditions of that sickness, but the fact is, if you work hard, you have got no cause to worry.
What do you mean by that?
Survival of the fittest. It ain't just the law of nature, it's company policy. Medical treatment is commensurate with our value to society. Spacer's Choice will dispense medicine for the indispensable worker. Natural selection at work.
And if you don't work hard enough?
Then the hand of medical science will not grace you with its touch, and you must recover on the virtue of your own grit. Listen, you mind if we talk about something else? Rambling about company policy gets me feeling all lightheaded.
I've got some questions
Go
for
right
you.
ahead.
Anyway, anyone I should watch out for?
Other than yourself? Definitely the vicar. Don't get me wrong. He seems a decent man, cut from church cloth, knows his scriptures. But there's something about him that bothers me. Like he's not one of us. Sometimes I suspect he doesn't even want to be here.
Thanks. Anyone else?
I'd keep a few paces between myself and Miss Holcomb, the town mechanic, since her dear father left the workforce. No ill intent in her, mind. Just a queer sort, restless, scatterbrained, inclined to do first and think after, if you take my meaning.
Interesting. That everyone I should know about?
Amelia. Definitely Amelia Kemp.
Amelia and Ludwig, eh?
Foot in her drinking establishment all together.
Sounds like Bloodborne.
Word is, they're gonna replace her with an automechanical barkeep. She's... what's the word? Obsolete. You don't want to associate yourself with that kind of person. Work your jaw on some Spacer's Chaw.
I need to fix a ship. You know where I can find parts?
You ought to go have a talk with the boss, Reed Thompson. He's up in his tower above the cannery.
Cool. I won't trade with you yet. I don't think I have anything. Ooh, the barber shop.
Nothing for us outside those walls.
What? Scientist. Why is this behind a barber's shop? Conrad Sadik.
Please don't touch anything.
Okay.
Your hands are probably crawling with germs. Physical hygiene recapitulates moral hygiene. Cleanliness is next to lawfulness. We don't believe in free anything here in Edgewater. We're a Spacer's Choice company. I'm Conrad. You will report to me if your hair fails to meet Spacer's Choice aesthetic standards. You will also report to me in the event of your death, whereupon I will clean and prepare your remains for interment.
Prepare my remains for what?
Burial, in the unfortunate event of a fatality. It's what a barber does. We make you presentable.
Oh, so... Right. I've got some questions for you.
Go ahead.
You seem pretty enthusiastic about this place.
Edgewater has been good to me. I consider myself privileged to work here. I am never wanting for work, not since the plague started.
What do you know about this plague?
The plague's come at us with a vengeance this year. Lost 6 workers in as many months. I wouldn't call them good workers, mind you. If they were any good, they'd have been treated. Still, it is a shame.
What are the symptoms?
Fever, chills, fatigue, aching, vomiting, an excess of phlegm, a tendency towards belly aching.
Why don't you treat all your workers?
Company policy, friend. We don't have enough medicine to treat all of us, so we treat the best among us.
Whose idea was that?
Mr. Thompson's brainchild. Have you met him yet? Thoughtful-looking fellow, stares out of his office most hours.
Silas sent me to collect your dues.
Ah, gravesite fees.
Yes.
Silas and I had talked about this at length. I thought I'd made it clear my pecuniary situation precludes the necessary restitutions.
What? You mean I don't understand a word you said.
I mean that I can't possibly pay my gravesite fees. I simply cannot afford it. I am a blemish on the prosperity of our fair settlement. When I expire, I expect Silas to toss my body into a ditch.
You have a very loose definition of the word prosperity.
Edgewater is built on the discipline and sacrifice of its people. Say what you will about our town, but we all pull together. Tell Silas I can't afford to pay, and that I fully expect to have my medical rights revoked for this dereliction. With my apologies.
The language is excellent. Hang on, medical rights?
Some time ago, I fell ill with the plague. By the grace of the law, and through my own hard work, I'd proven worthy of treatment. Frankly, I don't imagine I'll earn that right a second time. The barber work hasn't been profitable, you see. I've had to keep this old place running with my own savings.
Just give Silas an IOU.
Not a bad idea. But I'd need some kind of collateral. My pair of lucky clippers. No, that won't do. Your idea intrigues me, but I'm afraid I don't have anything to give Silas. I'm open to suggestions.
I'll let you know if I think of anything.
Much obliged.
Okay, it's been a while since we saved. Okay, I'm getting more and more confused by what's going on at the moment. Sorry for the police screen. I'm sure this will all become clear. What's this?
I've been feeling pretty low these days. Boss catch you saying that.
What is this place? Constable Reese.
Welcome to the Spacer's Choice Constabulary. We are Halcyon's leading brand in frontier justice.
Ah,
Constable. The office is writing up promotion. Purchase 3 criminal investigations and the 4th one's free.
If you need help with your marauder problem...
As long as your questions fall within the acceptable margins of curiosity.
Does the name Phineas Wells mean anything to you?
His likeness decorates many a wanted poster. Do you have any relevant information about this individual?
Tell the truth, he kidnapped me.
Mm-hmm. Shot you into space. You know, lying to a Spacer's Choice constable is a violation of company policy and punishable by a fine.
It's a good thing I don't belong to the Spencer's Choice.
It is for Spacer's Choice. Unfortunately, the arrest of Mr. Wells falls outside my authority.
Right.
I enforce the company policy of Spacer's Choice in the region of Emerald Vale. Wells is wanted by the board. If you have information related to the location of Phineas V. Wells, you are required to submit that information to your nearest board authority.
I assumed.
I represent Spacer's Choice. Spacer's Choice is a wholly owned subsidiary of Universal Defense Logistics, which is itself a member of the Halcyon Holdings Corporation Board. Okay. Also, I specialize in processing fingerprints, so unless you're carrying Wells's finger on you, there's not a lot I can do for you.
Alright, so who do I have to talk to?
Any information regarding outstanding bounties and wanted criminals should be directed to Mr. Udom Bedford. Mr. Bedford's office is located on the Groundbreaker.
Groundbreaker? What's that?
Halcyon's original colony ship, now repurposed into a space station. Mr. Udom Bedford represents the board's interest on the Groundbreaker. Something else I can do for you?
If you need help with your marauder problem, I'm for hire.
As a Spacer's Choice constable, I am authorized to grant you legal authority toward apprehending wanted criminals. Know how to carry yourself in a fight? I've got bounties out for these 3 marauders. Cross them off and bring me their fingers. Just 1 per marauder, please. I'll dust off the old fingerprint roller.
Literally collect people's fingers. Okay. Goodbye. Bounty records. Edgewater Sultana Gallery, Spacer's Choice property. Wanted. Guillaume Gil Antrim. Background. Former Spacer's Choice associate mechanic terminated from his position. Constable's memorandum. The Spacer's Choice Department of Retirement, Termination and Restitution has filed a writ of execution for Guillaume Antrim, effective immediately. Some of you may remember Gil Antrim from his days in the cannery. Please be advised that Spacer's Choice no longer recognizes Mr. Antrim as a member of its valued family. Spacer's Choice advises its workers in good standing to remain in good standing. Its workers in good standing to remain in good standing by disabusing themselves of any sympathy, allegiance or memory towards Mr. Antrim. Generous bounty, payment on delivery, must be able to sign your own name. See Constable Reese for details. Doc Maybell Burgess. Former Spacer's Choice physician, abandoned her duties and disappeared from Edgewater, at large and considered dangerous. The Spacer's Choice Department of Retirement, Termination and Restitution has filed a writ of execution for Doc Maybell Burgess, effective immediately. Doc Maybell is wanted for 3 counts of larceny, 2 for each parcel of stolen adrenatime, and 1 for depriving the outpost of its official physician. General bounty, payment on delivery, must be able to sign your own name. Bertie Cotton. Former vicar acting on behalf of the Order of Scientific Inquiry, stationed to the Edgewater Vicarage, suffered a psychological breakdown upon showing symptoms of plague, at large and dangerous. The Spacer's Choice Department of Retirement, Termination and Restitution has filed a writ of execution for Bertie Cotton, effective immediately. I like this music. The Order of Scientific Inquiry has declined a response. Vicar Cotton's sermons are considered defunct and obsolete. Spacer's Choice advises purging them from your memory with the help of Zero G. Zero G Brew, an ale that's good for what ails you. Generous bounty, okay.
Sometimes I wonder what I'm doing to myself.
This town sounds like a bit like a dictatorship. And we've been here for a while now, about 20 minutes. Spacer's Choice office. Use. Is this some sort of lift?
The grease monkey, Argo?
I'm sorry, Mr. Thompson, sir. You asked why it's taking so long to fix. The answer's technical.
Don't apologize. Just try using small words for me.
The can's bust open in the oven because she's set to cook saltuna, which isn't what we've got. Mr. Thompson? I think there's someone here to see you.
Focus, Miss Holcomb. You and I are still talking. Let's start over. Walk me through the process. Show me where it's going awry.
Hold on a sec, guys.
Well, sure. It's mostly on account of what we're feeding into the mechanism.
It puts food in cans. We have food, we have cans. Why won't it work like we need?
She's expecting saltuna of a certain size. We're filling the cans with, well, not fish.
Right. Sorry, guys.
Seems we've got a guest.
Ah, the head of the
Really,
town.
Parvati, I do wish you'd spoken up. I do apologize. I was given no forewarning of your arrival, or I might have welcomed you at the gates myself.
Are you Reed? I was told I should talk to you.
I'm Reed Thompson, Outpost Administrator. I cannot help but notice you are not in uniform.
I don't work for Spacer's Choice.
Of course not. I don't have that kind of luck. Seems I allowed my excitement to run away with my wits. Been a few seasons since we've had a visitor pass through.
My ship needs repairs. I'm looking for a power regulator.
Only regulator we got is hooked up to the town transformer. Mr. Thompson ain't liable to be keen on dismantling it.
I beg your pardon. I am most emphatically not keen on any such thing. I can't let you have our power regulator. But I happen to know of another one. And I happen to know exactly how you may retrieve it without frying yourself in the process.
Let's hear it.
There's a power regulator in the old botanical lab. It's mostly abandoned, so all that power is being squandered. Go down to the geothermal plant. Reroute power from the botanical district over to us. Once their power's shut down, you can have their regulator and be along on your way.
Alright. When you say mostly abandoned, what do you mean?
I was not entirely sure how to tell you this. The botanical labs are not legally inhabited, but there are people who live there.
Tell me what I need to do.
The people living in the botanical labs. They're deserters, former workers. I need them back at their posts. I need them to come home. My hope is that by cutting off their power, you will convince those deserters to come back to town. Before you go to the plant, I want you to stop by the botanical lab. Speak to their leader, Adelaide. Tell her the power's about to go, and that it's time her band of deserters came back to town.
How will I recognize Adelaide?
Adelaide's older than the other deserters. She's dignified, kindly. From what I understand, her camp looks to her for leadership.
You're asking me to cut off the power of an entire community?
I am asking you to help us survive. Edgewater needs more workers or we will collapse. We belong to one community, the Spacer's Choice family. If we dissolve into factions, then we will all perish separately. Adelaide will understand that.
I can't make any promises.
Of course, I understand completely. Here, let me give you the passcode to the geothermal plant. A sign of good faith for so politely listening to me as I ramble on.
Are you setting off for the Vale? Because I know my way around. I mean, in case you want a guide. I mean, if that's all right with you, Mr. Thompson. Sir.
I hesitate to part ways with Miss Holcomb, but I cannot deny that she is talented and may prove useful to you.
Sure, I could use the company.
Great! I got my wrenches and diagnosticators and hairpins and engine tape, so I'm all set.
Well, I am glad to hear that. Best of luck to you, and thank you again for your help. It is
No
a lot
worries.
to ask of a stranger, I know.
Let's get going. Companions. You've gained a companion. They are characters that join you in your adventures and help in a variety of ways. Companions provide combat support. Their skills enhance your skills. They increase your carrying capacity. You can unlock special companion abilities with the Inspiration skill. Learn more about companions in... Okay. Some people may require completing another quest before they will assist you. Okay, I don't want to talk to her now in front of Reed. Elevator music.
Hey, ma'am, can we talk?
Yeah, certainly.
Sorry.
Don't
You
apologize.
just want to get out of here. And you likely don't want to tag along like me. It's just, Mr. Thompson has his own view on matters, on account of it's his job and what all, but that's not the only side of the tale.
This is about the deserters, so what's the other side of it?
To Mr. Thompson, a person's a gear. It does its job quiet-like. If it squeaks or stutters, it gets replaced. The deserters are decent folk. I knew some of them before they left.
Did you know this Adelaide Reed mentioned?
Life's hard here. Especially for them that don't fit in so well. We're one big Spacer's Choice family, but every family's got the one the rest whisper about. Mr. Thompson's aiming to take away their power. They'll have no lights to see, nor heat to cook. They'll be at the mercy of marauders, or worse.
Okay.
I think you should talk to the town's vicar about it. Max, his name is. Books are for rich folk. I wonder what he wants with something like that.
Books for rich folk, what? What do we need to talk about a vicar about?
About if what Mr. Thompson proposes to do is upright. Leaving Miss McDevitt's folk to their fate. Their neighbors. Kin. And maybe he can think of something else to try. Something we ain't. He used to go walking outside town. Maybe he found something that'll help. It's just an idea. That's all.
I suppose it couldn't hurt. We'll
Thanks,
stop by.
I just think when you gotta make a decision that'll hurt somebody, it's best to think on the right and wrong of it. That's what my dad used to say anyways.
Oh, so that's right, okay. Doing. So I need to rush this there. This looks like raided territory from Fallout. Looks like the wrong side of the track, son. Holy moly. Because spaceship graveyard. Ooh, what's in there? How do I get in there? Okay. Oh, look at those giant robot arms. So some sort of old tram line. Not the tennis kind. Lol. hell was this part of town?
You hiding?
Watch out!
Oh. Wasn't expecting that. Save game. Alright guys, sorry I started a bit late today, it's 8:30, I've got to get ready for work tomorrow, so I'll be back. I've enjoyed this though. See you later.